Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our RTS podcast series. Today, we're joined by a special guest, Shawn Brown from SAP's BTP Center of Excellence. Thank you so much for joining us.
Happy to be here.
We're looking forward to a great conversation about how mid-market companies use SAP Grow and BTP to accelerate their digital journey. So let's get into the questions. So let's start with Grow. What is it, and how does it simplify ERP for the mid-market?
Yeah, so Grow is SAP's S4 HANA Public Cloud Edition. It's a multi-tenant offering that SAP offers, differing a bit from some of the other offerings we have that are private, single tenant type of scenarios.
And how are clients using BTP to extend some of these functionalities?
So the big thing about any offering from SAP, whether it's public or private, is that there are things that you're going to need to do that are going to extend what the capabilities are of the ERP, and the BTP is the platform to do this. There's other things in the market that could be leveraged, but the BTP is integrated with all of the offerings from SAP, particularly S4 Public Cloud.
Mhm. Can you share a couple of real life examples of how customers are using the platform today?
Yeah, I can think of one, which is Mod Pizza. They've got about 450 locations across about 26 states, I think. And they are combining S4 HANA Public Grow with SuccessFactors data using Integration Suite, and they're actually taking master data from the two solutions, joining it together, right, using BTP to do so.
How does SAP see the role of BTP evolving over the next few years?
It's going to need to be as much more integrated into everything that we do. The better way to look at this is that SAP's business applications are all built upon the BTP. So when you look at the foundation of what S4HANA is, it's built on HANA. That's BTP.
Right.
If you look at the aspects of how we will combine any business application within SAP to another business application, that's Integration Suite. And if you have capabilities that you're looking to get out of the application that don't come out of the box, which is always going to be the case, those are extensibility tool sets that we have that are all BTP as well. And probably the one that we would say is formally not so like a part of the business technology platform today, because we've made a split in some of our offerings and our tool sets, is the business data cloud, which has traditionally been a large number of BTP related offerings: DataSphere, SAC, or SAP Analytics Cloud, SAP Analytics Cloud Planning capabilities, data intelligence capabilities. Those are all capabilities that were traditionally part of the business technology platform, now part of the business data cloud, which will all be available to support any data and analytics scenarios that will come out of any SAP business application and non-SAP business application.
Right. What advice would you give to mid-market IT leaders that are looking to implement BTP for the first time?
Yeah, I would start with the business application that they're trying to employ. Whether that is, and the path forward gets into these questions around, is Rise the correct one for me? Is Grow the correct one for me? This gets into business process. And the business process that you think you're leveraging in your organization, is it something that has to be done that way, or it's just the way you do it, right? If it has to be done that way because you feel like it's a competitive differentiator, then you have an argument to say, I need to evaluate which business application offering makes the most sense for me. You'll get more flexibility in Rise, but you'll also probably acquire more cost. If you go with Grow, you'll get speed, you'll get agility, you'll get a less expensive approach, but it will also mean you'll have some less movement or wiggle room to try to satisfy your business requirements, depending on how stringent you are upon maintaining business requirements that are strict upon the business processes that you have played out up to that point. So the goal would be try to leverage the out-of-the-box capabilities as much as possible. That will give you the fastest delivery of that business application. It will mean some change management on the back end. And then that turns into a discussion around where you want to spend the money.
Right.
Right, where you want to actually, because it's going to be an ongoing cost. It's not something that's going to be once and done.
Right.
Now we bring it back to the BTP and the offerings that SAP has from a platform perspective. This is going to be the part that's outside of business application in terms of an additional cost that you're going to incur. And it would be that for any offering. It's not just what SAP is going to offer you and suggest that you use from our offerings. It would be, as long as you're stringent to, we have to have these business processes, you're going to spend money to pay for those business processes in the way that you've designed them. So when you're going to use the BTP, the reason you'd want to use the BTP is a cost savings. So when you say, all right, I'd like to go ahead and take advantage of a adjustment to the business process that extends the application, we'll give you libraries of content to take advantage of. If you want to integrate those applications, we'll give you out-of-the-box integration packages that will accelerate that journey to satisfy those business requirements. The best analogy I like to use is if I told you I'm going to build you a house, or you have to build a house, and you know that you're going to need a foundation for that house, you're going to need walls, you're going to need a roof, you're going to need all the infrastructure of that house. If I told you that I will build all of those things for you, and all you have to do is go inside and tell me where you want the interior walls, where you want, what kind of tile you want to put in, things like this, I've done most of the work for you from an SAP perspective, right? So if it takes you 1,000 hours to build a house, we might have given you 600, 700, 800 hours worth, right? You could do it with other offerings in the market. You'll just start from zero.
Mm-hmm. I love that analogy. Well, thank you so much, Shawn, for the great insights. We will make sure to share any additional resources in the video notes.